dirt, right?
Yeah. You want me to just jump it?
Some fantastic signage for Smugglers Cave. 2 rights make a wrong. Yeah, I think you can. You just gotta go around that little stack.
You guys bring lights?
Like, how does this form like that? That's crazy. Okay, I don't know if you're gonna be able to make it up this, but keep coming. You're gonna have to give it a little bit of a bump to get up that ledge. These things are just terrifying, man. We keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Nice and steady, there you go. Full front of the Bronco up off the rock, and I'm sitting there going, there's a 700-foot cliff behind you, don't roll backwards. Welcome to another episode of On the Trail. I'm your host, Matt Moghaddam, and today we're exploring the Elliot Mine Trail in California's Utah Desert. I'm joined today by my friends Sara Morosan from Baja Forged and Chuck Dempsey from Baja Kits. So Sarah's driving a 2021 Ford Bronco 4-door that her company Baja Forged built, and it's running 37-inch Nitto Recon Grapplers. And Chuck is also driving a 2021 Ford Bronco 4-door, also built by LG CTS Baja Forged, and he's running a 37-inch trail grappler on his. Now, I'm kind of the odd man out in this group. I'm driving the 2014 Jeep JK Unlimited Rubicon built by Project X Off-Road, and this Jeep is running 35-inch Nitto Ridge Grapplers. But we'll learn a little bit more about these rigs later on. Right now, we're just starting out on the trailhead, making our way up in elevation, and this is a pretty beautiful trail from what I've seen. I've never actually personally done this before, so I'm super excited to see what Elliot Mine has to offer up here.
I guess we're in somewhere maybe I'd say 30 miles east of San Diego in the, are they the Colorado Mountains? Colorado Desert. Guys asked me from on the trail to come out here and tack some trails up here in the hills, and brought out the Baja kits and LG Broncos and made our way out here. Started out racing motorcycles when I was a kid. Did my first Baja 500 when I was 15.
Here at Paris, California with Chuck Dempsey. Chuck, you've had an incredible career in off-road racing, everything from Dust to Glory to last year's Class 1 Baja 1000 winner.
Completed 34 Baja 1000s as of this year. I moved into the trucks, and with age comes cage.
Do you enjoy it?
Yeah, I love it.
When we first hit the trailhead this morning, it looks like it's a pretty easy trailhead, even though like the signs tell you that it can be anywhere from like a 5 to an 8. When I look at something like that, I either think it could be a rating depending on what the weather is, right? If it's raining, it can make the trail way more challenging than others. But this one actually progressed, where it started out pretty easy, and then it had like challenging spots with a couple of bypasses here and there. We grew up mostly in San Felipe. That's where our family is from. That's actually how my dad got into off-roading. My mom, when he met my mom, she started taking him down there with her family, and then he started seeing that there was like sand rails and people going off-roading and doing all the tracks. So that was in the early 70s. I just always loved being outdoors. Mountains, outdoors. I need to be by elements. I feel like, I guess I'm more one with nature out here, right? Be a part of the world, enjoy what God gave us. It's great to be a part of it and not just inside of a building all the time,
So part of off-roading and exploring places like this is like getting out of the vehicle and seeing your surroundings and kind of like venturing off of the actual trail on a footpath that you're able to actually walk down to, like this Smugglers Cave here that we're standing in. This is a cave, more of a rock formation that's been hollowed out on the inside.
We have to get into the vehicle to get us here, because you wouldn't get here in a normal car, so It's kind of cool that the off-road brings you into places like this.
Yeah, definitely.
If this thing had eyes, right? And ears.
Yeah, there's definitely been quite a few stories in this cave. Doing a little bit of research on this before coming down again. This is my first time down here, so I like to learn about this stuff. Like one of the earliest known incidents was this guy who was a bandit who actually robbed a store down in Campo, and the sheriff's posse chased him all the way down into this cave, and this is where they shot and killed him. You find a lizard over there? Did you try the mating call? As a whole, I think off-roading has really taught me a lot about things that are applicable to other areas in life.
Yeah, so we're gonna probably put the tire on here.
One of them being spatial awareness is a big one.
The other tire is gonna be over there, and we're just kind of trying to square up this whole bad area right here.
And this is something that a lot of people in the military have a lot of knowledge and experience in.
Try to keep it square. That's probably the cleanest line. When you start getting, if you had it way over here, the tire's way over here, your probably rear end's gonna start, rubbing and grinding.
And just being aware of your surroundings and what's going on around you at all times.
That's your best bet.
Without actually keeping your head literally on a swivel and looking around, but just kind of knowing what's happening, what's going on around you. I need to be doing things with my hands and my feet to make sure that I'm gonna be safe moving forward through this section. It doesn't look too bad. What do you think, Chuck?
It looks a little bumpy, but totally doable for sure.
And then you got some really big articulation spots over there. That should be cool. Yeah, walking the obstacles is the best way to really familiarize yourself with it, and we're not out here racing King of the Hammers.
Right.
Yet, that is.
Yeah.
So we just came up to one of these climbs, and it looks a little bit rough up here, and as you can see, tires that we're using right here, they have this extra rubber on both sides, and if you look down, you probably can't see it on the camera, but there's a lot of rubber being used right here, and these Nittos have this extra bulky sidewalls on here to help you protect the tire here to get over stuff like this. And when you have all the right equipment, it makes it a lot easier. Having a good tire and maintain it is tire placement, and this is where these things help out a lot when you're driving, because you can't always see the side of your tire, but you kind of know where you needed it to go.
You're the fastest guy in the dirt, right?
Yeah. You want me to just jump it?
Yeah.
See, the truck is in a kind of in a hole, not the best line, so ease on back and try to get maybe in a better angle. I'm just a desert racer. I don't even do rock crawling.
See if I can catch it around that boulder. Tell him to watch that rock over here on the side, back tire.
And watch the rock, Chuck, on your back tire there. Plenty of room, passenger. Plenty of room. Plenty of room. Plenty of room. Plenty of room. Hard driver.
There you go. Turn driver, come forward again. You're gonna have to give it a little bit of a bump to get up that ledge. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Dude, there's one point where he got up on that ledge and I saw the tire compress, and when it hit the rock, it decompressed because it got air out of the tires. The front of the Bronco up off the rock, and I'm sitting there going, there's a 700-foot cliff behind you, don't roll backwards.
I've had such a great career of racing, and yeah, we're not doing those speeds, but it's really cool to show other people this is out here. You can come do this out here in off-road vehicles, whether You don't have to always be going 90 miles an hour somewhere. You could still just be crawling around in the hills in the back of your house somewhere and still have a great time.
It seemed very, very easy. We got all the way to the bottom of this hill and we're like, this really isn't that challenging. And then we started to try to make our way up these switchbacks to get to the top of this hill here. This hill is where Elliot Mine is. And we got up to the top of this and there's this little rock garden here and it posed way more of a challenge than I thought. I didn't use lockers to make sure that I could do it on 35s with no lockers. Those Broncos on 37s with the Trail Grappler and the Recon Grappler could make it no problem without the lockers too. So all terrains aired down, they had no issues. I'm happy we made it all the way up here. Let's go check out that mine. Am I going in there? When we're out here and we're off-roading, there's all kinds of different scenarios that can happen, whether you have a mechanical breakdown or you have an injury or you have, somebody runs out of gas or you have something that you need to overcome, some sort of obstacle that has presented itself on your trail day and you need to overcome that. And depending on how severe it is or how, pretty mild it is, you still have to make sure that you can keep your head cool and collected and to be able to work your way through this problem and get yourself back to safety or get yourself to a situation where everything is good. And that's happened to me countless times off-road where either I come across somebody who's in a really dire situation, I need to help them get back on four wheels, or somebody who has a problem, they're out of gas. I've been out of gas in the middle of Death Valley myself, and that was a really scary moment where I literally had no recourse because I had zero cell phone reception. I was by myself and I didn't know what to do. I was just freaking out. I was like completely out of fuel and I thought I'd calculated it all right, but it was all wrong. Being able to stay cool and collected and just take care of the problem at hand. And then later on, once the problem's all fixed, you can sit there and say, man, that was really scary. I'm kind of freaking out about it now after it's all done. And that happens to me all the time. I tend to get that adrenaline rush and freak out moment after the problem's already been fixed. All right, you guys, well, that's gonna do it for us today on Elliot Mine. We appreciate you guys watching and following along, and be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Driving Line for more videos just like this. But I'll catch you guys next time on the trail. Thanks for watching Driving Line. If you guys like this video, consider subscribing to our channel so you'll never miss any of the content we create here. Whether you're into trucks, Jeeps, imports, domestic vehicles, or anything in between, we are here to fuel your passion. So hit that subscribe button and we'll see you guys next time.